Welcome to the Quantum Empress. My name is Cristina Drannikow and I will be your host. This is my living room and I would like to share with you a journey of manifestation, empowerment, development of self-confidence, transformation and consciousness. Why? Because I think there is a leader, an empress within you, and the world needs to get her. So I would love to inspire you to move, to change, to transform, to connect with your intuition, to connect with the goddess that resides within you, to connect with your inner power, your inner wisdom. Remember what the Dalai Lama said, that the new world is going to be created by the Western woman. So actually I like to invite all women in. I think our journey is the journey of awakening the world. So bear with me. If you are new to this channel, again, please like, share and subscribe. The more we are, the more we are gonna be inspiring other women to change, to get more confidence, to get more power, but not from a violent point of view, but to gain so much power that violence is not needed. Yes? So let's dig into the theme of today. Today I'm going to share my story. My story of empowerment, which is why I want to share that story. Because you see me now in a beautiful place and I exude a little bit of this goddess energy, and believe me, that didn't come naturally to me. This is not a character, it's me now. Yet for many, many decades, I wouldn't say years, because I am proudly owner of 45 years on earth. So it took me a long time to embrace my femininity in a powerful way. So if I did it, you can do that. So my invitation to you is basically to allow yourself to explore, being feminine and being powerful, being able to speak your truth without fear, and being able to fulfill your dreams without the need of a man. Men out there will probably do not like me, but it is true. The less we need a man, the better we can establish relationships with them. Because we come from centuries and centuries of codependency, which women couldn't be free, were not allowed to have property, were not allowed to sign into a bank account without the name of the husbands. So I think we need to get to know that. We need to get to know our power. We need to get in contact with our own abundance and our own way of earning money. So we are going to talk about money in some of these chapters. I will be bringing those guests that inspire me towards the change, being physical, mental, spiritual, business-wise. And I just wanted to tell you that because many of you will feel not confident enough to go out there and to inspire and to tell the truth. And I was one of those people. So I could yell my truth in a small circle of friends, but for me it was very difficult to get out in front of a camera and just say like, oh, hello, here, I'm gonna tell my truth. Yet I realized that the more I could tell my truth, the more women got inspired also to change. Now, coming back to my story, I was born in Argentina. I currently live in Spain, but I was born in Argentina in a Ukrainian family. My father was a self-made man, brilliant, brilliant person. My mother was a teacher. She was also a great mother. And I had a lot of difficulties to fit in my community, but also to fit in. We lived in suburbia in South America, and yeah, I never thought I was fitting. I also had quite a character as a child, and I still do have. It's a little bit more tame now, but I was raised still in a time where women had to be submissive and you couldn't speak a lot of the truth. I was born during the dictatorship, so not very easy, and we women were required one thing, well, maybe two, to breathe, to be pretty, and to shut our mouths. So, you know, and I was raised under two principles, basically. A, you are too complicated, you have a shitty character, and B, who is gonna love you? Because you're a woman with that character. And that is a challenging way of starting your life. Not being a man, I always had the feeling I was missing something. Yes? I compensated it by overstudying, by learning languages, by always competing with men, trying to pursue the right career, the to-do list, and to remain focused and remain determined. But I dropped everything. I couldn't commit to something my soul was not there. I started jobs, I left them after a while. I like to travel, I like to discover new things. I discovered later in my life that I was highly creative. I didn't think of myself creative when I was, certainly not when I was 10, 15. You know, at that moment I had to study, and I had to be the best at studying. So I became pretty good at studying. I'm quite nerdy myself, so it's okay. I'm now okay with that. But I became basically a man with tits. And it took me a whole journey to be able to properly fit into my femininity and consider my femininity as a power, to consider my wisdom and my intuition as my highest power. So I would like to invite you to start thinking, how is that resonating with you when I say those words? How are you connecting with your heart, with your intuition, with your sense of womanhood? Because I'm sure that if you are watching this, it's because you have a deep desire of, embracing that goddess, to allow that Empress to unfold, and yet maybe you don't know the way, and that puts you off. So, my life, yes. So yeah, that is how I grew up with. I rejected mainly society because I thought that, and by the same time I felt rejected by society. So it's a two-way highway. On one way, I dislike what I saw in the society, and on the other way, they didn't like me either, because I questioned everything from religion and the structure of religion. Argentina at that time, I'm talking about 30 years ago, was still a very Catholic country. And I was one of those people that at 20 started reading Buddhist books. People were like, oh, what are you telling me about? I was questioning the way women behave with men. This whole thing of the body fixation. Women, I spent years and years and years trying to fit into a size 0, which my Eastern European genes didn't allow me to. You know, I have big breasts, I have a big, you know, a big bag. So there's a fly here. Well, so I had a lot of issues with my body. If I recall, I spent, I think, a decade dieting, trying to fit in, to be thin. Gosh, I mean, I think if I would have put those neurons to really to work, I would have been a Nobel Prize by now. But not, I was concerned on dieting, on being 200 kilos less. 200 grams less. Tough. I also dislike the way that women look at men like a prize. Now, I understand it now from the unconscious collective. I understand that when you come from a society that, for example, my mother had to sign with the family name because she became part of my father's family. You know, it was only later that a woman could choose to remain to still have her own name after marrying. So, and the same goes with property. It was, you know, and the same goes with money. So we women in general, we have issues with money because we don't have the allowance for generations and generations to manage money. We're gonna come to that later. We're gonna come to money, to business. I'm gonna have some guests to talk about not only about success, but success with the soul. I am discouraged by that sort of success on the outside if it leaves you empty on the inside. If it drains you from vitality, from health. I've been on that path as well, so I'm not interested in that. I like women who walk their talk, who can inspire other women by showing everything, the good and the bad, because we are everything. To be like this, I had to make up. You know, I don't wake up like this. So, yes, we come with everything. But the more we share ourselves to the world, the more we also inspire vulnerability to be out there. And for me, it was a journey of sharing my own vulnerability. So, where was I? So I went through this process of transformation for 4 years while I was rebuilding a house alone in the middle of nowhere. And the closest house I had was 500 meters from mine. Terrible. And I did fun things as well in Uruguay. Outside transformation, I went to a Shakespeare festival as an amateur actress. I did some radio appearances. What else did I do? Oh, I did a lot of healing. Anyways, it was fun. I had an amazing group of friends that I left there with all my heart. And I decided to embrace my path and my own journey. And as I moved from a place of a calling, more than from another place, basically, I discovered even deeper places within myself. I started really a communion with the universe. I started relying on my intuition. I started learning many ways of opening fields like family constellations, which are a way of healing your family and your ancestors, and I'm grateful because I've learned so many things and I've healed a lot. family constellations allow me to heal. And I am now into another stage which is coming. I have a son, so I am a mother. My loving things are food and wine, for sure, first thing on the list. No, well, I think spirituality. I think I do a lot of spirituality and things. But I like the practical spirituality. You know, for me, spirituality has to have a practical application. I have a son. I do love, as I told you, I love food and wine. Wine and food, I don't know what comes first. I love cooking, and I consider myself a pretty good cook. A messy cook, but a good cook, because I love to eat. So basically, I have this idea of what I want to eat, and then I start cooking. I was sick, and I could heal myself through taking responsibility of my own health. Still am. I am an occasional jogger. I like yoga, but I don't have the discipline of doing that every day. I like hiking though in the mountains here in Barcelona every day. I enjoy that a lot. I love traveling. I love learning about new cultures, especially through the food. I had a wine business, so that's why my fanatism with wine. I love perfumes and fragrances. Love. I love them. I love them. I'm addicted to perfumes. And I love books. I love to read. I am addicted to romantic comedies. I dislike these apocalyptic things and zombies and other things. I like romantic things. I'm a romantic myself. A little bit old-fashioned with music, although I like everything, but I have to say that I prefer music until the 2000s, and that's it. And now, it's okay music now, but it's not my cup of tea. I'm officially on the other side of 45, so. So I will like to share my experiences with you, and I hope that you start putting your inquiries down below in the messages. On Thursdays we are gonna have a tarot readings, because I'm a tarot reader. I also wrote in collaboration 2 books, and I'm publishing mine. Third one, The Secret to Your Soulmate, bing bing bing. And it's coming soon. It's an interactive book with film, a little bit of explanations and meditations, and you can go to my website quantumempress.com, and there you can also see my coaching programs. I work with women who are recently separated, which is called From Breakup to Breakthrough. It's a 3 phases alignment work and a healing journey. Then I have another one called Transform and Thrive. And well, there is more coming up, so I am not gonna take any more time here with you. I'm just gonna tell you and embrace you. You have a wonderful potential, and I think that when I will share with you my journey, which was not an easy journey, but allow me to put a lot of awareness and consciousness throughout it, you will see that whatever you see in me and inspires you, ignites you, you have it already. Nothing that you see in me is only mine. Maybe you just need to give yourself the permission to allow that Empress to sit in her own throne and to have her crown. I have one, so next time I will wear a crown for you. Love and bless.